Casio Computer Company is a Japanese multinational electronics manufacturing corporation with headquarters in Shibuya, Tokyo. Its products include calculators, mobile phones, digital cameras, electronic musical instruments, and of course, analog and digital watches. Among the other production lines, such as Edify's Casio Vintage and Timeless collection, G-Shock, part of that watch production is Casio ProTrack line. Casio was founded in 1946 by Tadao Kashio. First ProTrack watch was presented in 1995. It was a watch made for hiking enthusiasts and nature lovers as outdoor gear, before the smartwatches takeover. It presented various sensors throughout the years, from thermometer, infrared radiation scanner, GPS sensor, altitude measurement, barometer, compass, and so on. It became G-Shock's younger brother, but more sophisticated as it was learning to be more smart than its older brother, also just softer and sensitive. It is a watch for something in between regular Casio and hardened G-Shock, and it stood its ground. ProTrack has its own line and it is successful. Not as much as the G-Shock, but it is. And from the triple sensor version 3 ProTrack lineup come new designs that are suitable for both outdoor and daily wear. These high contrast simple designs make it perfect for daily use in addition to the outdoor wear. So if you didn't subscribe by now, please do. It helps a lot.
A few moments later.
I think that this is the best looking ProTrack for me. The model is PRG 600Y-1. It is stylishly made, nice mix of resin and steel, and it opens more opportunities to wear in different occasions. Other ProTrack are just too bulky, looking much like G-Shock, or are simply weird, especially older ones, but ProTrack's sole advantage was and still is in its sensors. And we can also see that the later models of G-Shock saw that advantage and started to implement sensors in the later models. But for the true ProTrack, that was one thing that made all the difference. ProTrack has sensors but was less able to withstand the beating of the G-Shock. Now let's talk a little about the size. The case diameter is 45 mm. It has thickness of 13.4 mm. Size between the lugs is 23 mm and lug to lug is 55 mm. Water resistance up to 100 meters. It has 4 pusher buttons and a large screw-down crown. Case back is fixed with 4 screws and it has environmental resistance up to -10 degrees. Does it look good on smaller wrists? In my opinion, yes. With the design and the proportions that ProTrack is going for here, the 45 mm is not too much at all. The crystal is made of mineral glass. It's soft and prone to scratches, nothing like sapphire crystal. But I guess that it is so considering the price range. And I scratched mine in the matter of days, and I remember being so pissed off when it happened. It's just like I did not expect it to get so much scratch from that little bump on the handrail. It is a design matter, and that's one thing I mind about it. The bezel and the glass are almost in line, so the glass has no protection from the bezel at all, unlike the G-Shock where the bezel is positioned well above the glass and protects it. So no protection, soft glass, and you get scratches as a result. And I think that this should be solved differently for the outdoor watch. The dial of this ProTrack has cool 3D looks. It has analog 3 hands that shows hours, minutes and seconds, and digital display located on the bottom of the dial. It shows hours, minutes, second, AM, PM, date and day. It has numerical hour markers at 3, 9 and 12, and bars mark the rest of the hours. I just love how the marker stands out and how reading the time is just so easy. An STN LCD also enhances readability. If you look a bit closer at the dial, you can see the solar cells arranged in the circle. This ProTrack has one cool feature as well, the power saving mode. The display goes blank and the hands stop to save power when the watch is left in the dark. On the inside we have Casio solar-powered Quartz module 5497 with triple sensors. It has special functions like barometer, thermometer, stopwatch, timer, alarm, world time, calendar. And then, on the right side, we have two dedicated buttons, upper one for digital compass and the lower one for the altimeter. Because of the analog timekeeping, the Casios module 5497 has accuracy of ± 15 seconds per month. One thing that caught my attention, it's not all the complicated sensor functions, but how you set the time and date. Because obviously that's the first thing you're gonna do. It has a screw down crown that pulls out in position 1, just like with the mechanical movement. You set the minutes, hours and the date, and when you choose the year, the day of the week information is set automatically. It's because of that world time complication, and I think that's very nice. Because of the Durasoft silicone band and movable lug components, this ProTrack is so comfortable to wear. That silicone band is soft and moves with the wrist. I didn't notice any resistance whatsoever wearing it. For the smaller wrists, lugs come straight down, so it helps a little. For the bigger ones, well, it's pretty much a big watch, so no problem there also. The strap is long and ends with a metal buckle. For the luminescence we have Casio's Neo Bright, which looks really good. I like how they applied it on the numbers, you can see them hold there on the dial. And if the Neo Bright is not enough, you have LED illumination that turns on at the push of a button. Button is elegantly placed just beneath the bezel, and if you don't look for it, you just might miss it, the famous Casio's illumination button. It is well designed watch and has everything you need, and it's fairly cheap. It is well built, pushers are accessible and can be easily identified by the touch in the dark. The crystal is too soft for this kind of watch, and I noticed that the silicone bracelet starts to peel after some time, although it's very comfortable. I also noticed that the battery is not such pain in the ass like with the other G-Shock and other battery-powered watches, because of the tough solar. Although I know that there are some Gs with the solar charging, it is so much easier with this option. Even if you don't wear it and it is in total dark, ProTrack can survive like 7 months on its own battery. Of course, you have to expose it to the light to get it running again and wear it outside, or you can just leave it outside under the sun for some time to recover. But as with any battery, if you drain it too many times, you risk it to be completely empty, therefore dead, so you would not be able to charge it again. I would not rely completely on the sensors, as they should be calibrated from time to time, but they should point you in the right direction. It is a true man's watch by the looks of it and has that well-aging concept, so I do recommend it or some other ProTrack that is faithful to this design. Thank you for watching, please subscribe and hopefully I'll see you next time.